Alright, one of the most comments I get lately when I use this Shemagh as a background is they hate it. It is too busy, it makes them dizzy. The reason I'm showing it today is because this is your standard Shemagh. Underneath it is the one I have been using as a background. You guys don't mind quite as much. And in any of my fire demos, I've been mentioning that don't worry because I can't set this on fire. Well, a lot of you guys, fireproof is the wrong terminology to use, but you were asking, why is that going to catch fire? Well, this is the Shemagh from XGO. It is an FR material, fire-resistant material. It is a modacrylic material, which basically means I can't light this on fire. You can char it. It will eventually, the char will break a big hole in this, but it won't actually catch fire like a regular cotton rag would. The reason I'm not really going to do a huge demonstration in here in the studio is because of the modacrylics. The fire retardants that they chemically bond to the fabrics that extinguish the flame, they've gotten a lot of popularity in the last couple of years, and I've been doing a lot of research on them as of late because I'm looking to buy more clothing for wildland fire use, whether it be base layers or my Nomex on the outside. There are other materials out there. And as my research goes forward, modacrylics have shown that they are better than your standard Under Armour. And in fact, US Tactical Medic 36 did a great video for XGO. I'll put a link up there as he demonstrates from your natural sort of, your Under Armour performance fabrics and a lot of the other performance polyesters that guys are wearing under their body armor and things like that. To help protect them and wick away that moisture. Well, the problem is with any sort of fire, flame, IED accident, anything like that, those plastics are literally turning to a solid, and they have to be surgically removed from the skin. It's a horrible thing that we have to deal with overseas, that the soldiers are dealing with. And the FR fabrics have really gotten a boost in the last few years, simply because of that need over there. Well, the problem with the modacrylics, like the XGO uses, is one, the US banned them because the retardants that are embossed or chemically bonded to make these fire retardant are known carcinogens. So the people that are using the fabrics, XGO is made in the US, but the fabric is not. They have to get that either from Japan or over in Europe. And again, as my research goes on, I'm learning more about this. The reason I won't demonstrate this indoors is because the smoke and the fumes that come off that mod fabric are extremely toxic and can make you sick if you're exposed to them. So they're finding out there's a lot of secondary injuries with these fabrics. Although they are not melting to your skin, you're having some issues with them. We're going to cover that more in the future as my testing and research goes on for a better source of a base layer, a more natural material that exhibits the same fire-resistant nature and is a little bit more hardy than the modacrylics. But that being said, this is such a big piece of material. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. That's as far as it goes. That I've actually cut it in half. I have two gigantic triangles of this material, and I cut it straight down at an angle, and what that gave me is basically two gigantic handkerchiefs. And as you'll see, we'll throw in some pictures. I was using this as basically my bandana for wildland fire. It was a bandana that used for everything I could put in front of my face to keep the ashes and debris. It helps with the smoke a little bit, but it's more psychological than anything else. Majorly, the larger ash flakes and things like that and debris helps from sucking in. It doesn't really do much for the smoke. But it is fire resistant, and I thought it added basically a better layer and was a little bit more thinner and easier. This was quite a bit thicker material. I did wear this down in Nevada around my neck, and kind of helped keep the sun off a little bit. I could soak it and help cool you down. They are a handy little item. You can put them in your bug out bags and things like that. The regular ones are quite a bit thicker. This XGO is a lot thinner. I won't say it's necessarily softer next to your skin, but it is lighter. It's not really scratchy, but it has a little bit more texture to it than your standard balaclavas are. So most of you guys won't be interested in the fire resistant nature of this or need that. It will be a small, probably select few that are finding this video, or my subscribers that will even consider this. But Do your own research about modacrylics before you start purchasing a large amount of the base layers. And I'll have some other videos coming out. But you guys have been asking what this is, and it's basically the XGO Shemagh. I believe Captainberz has a video. I'll try to find something. Somebody had a video a little while back on a specific thing. And of course, there's a ton of videos on how to put a Shemagh on. I'm not going to bother doing that. But I've been getting the questions and kind of going over some of my fire gear that I used last year. And this was one of them. And it worked. It worked great. My only worry is if it actually caught fire, how sick you'd probably get from that. So do your research. This is Beast, signing off.